and I only put it into about there, and then you've got that to pull it back.
Yes, it was unfortunate that the day we got that, I started vomiting in the car, was, you know, really ill, and that's 10 days ago I've been...
But anyway, so you've got...
I'm just going to tell you, these are for the G carriage. Now, is there another square thing about that big?
You mean that one?
No, that's a lace maker.
There's stuff underneath.
There's so much stuff under here.
It's reasonably biggish.
And
it's...
that can go... Well, this was the ribbing thing my friend thought.
We
when
kept
she...
the bits wrapped, so...
Yeah.
When my friend temporarily hooked it up...
That's
that
a
was-
rubber
and
that
the metal
goes on there.
And the metal thing
And the
that went
metal
with
thing
it.
that goes between it. Yeah, no, that's...
Okay.
No, you doesn't look as if you've got a garter carriage. Now, these here knit on their own. That one needle goes in what they call a garter carriage.
Oh, I see.
Which is an extra
Hang on.
attachment that you can buy.
I thought it was a funny thing I've never seen before.
No, it sits in there and it chunks along. It is that's another lace maker.
That's what I thought, yeah.
And it chunks along, and it's really neat because you can go to bed at night and leave it going. Because it's got a running out of wall sensor on it, and it just chunkity chunk, chunkity chunk. In fact, it can do 1 and 1 rib without having to have the bed up, the rubber bed on. I've just finished doing baby blankets.
Do they connect to electric somehow?
Yes, they are an electric.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So
this is the actual container. So these, if you haven't got that, you won't need these.
Okay.
So they are no good to you because they are for the G carriage. And what it does is it just, that's part of your machine, you need that. Yeah, oh, there's more of them there. So obviously there's been a G carriage because nobody would have that many needles of having one because you only use one at a time.
One of these?
One of those, yeah.
Oh, whatever.
No, that white thing.
The plastic one.
Yeah, with the plastic on the end of it. And when you're talking to Mr. Google next time, Google rubber G carriage and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And this just goes in and out, like just about that, and it moves along. It's a walk. It moves along the machine itself, and you can have it set for 200 needles, or you can just do a small piece. And when I was knitting for a lady, I used to do a lot of knitting for. She had a business. I used to leave it going 24/7. Never turned it off.
Oh.
Except when I had to put new wool in, then I'd stop it. But you know, that's what that is. Because I just noticed.
And what's this thing
the transfer carriage.
Well, that's something else
That's
I never
the transfer. What you do with that is the arrows go in that, so you do it that way. When you've done your 1 and 1 rib, or 2 and 2 rib, or 3 and 3 rib, whatever, you do this and you put that on between both beds there. I don't know if I can put, I guess I can put it on like that. There, and you have that on there, and you just slide it along. And what happens is the stitches go from one bed to the other, only from the rubber bed to the main bed.
Oh.
I use them all the time.
Yeah.
I don't have time
Well,
to
if
do
I-
one stitch at a time.
Oh, okay.
If I recover
Yes. Well,
sufficiently, I'll come along to the club.
yes, that'll be here.
Fair enough. So it goes,
It goes.
when it is used, it goes that way with the arrow facing
yeah,
that
that's
way.
right. Yeah.
Cool. Good to know.
And you have to move the needles up a little bit. You sort of needles are quite rusty. Some of those. They'll still work.
That's what I said to Mum. The guy actually said on this advert there was some
We'll have
corrosion,
to get
and I said
some
you just
oil.
won't do a.
Yeah.
I used to keep some up in the
You should probably get that
cabinet
off of a
there,
bit
but
of,
I don't know if there's any now.
Steel
wool or something like that.
But yeah, I just said to Mum, don't knit anything white the first
What oil
time.
shall we get?
Beg your pardon?
What oil shall we get?
Well, it's a CRC oil, and it has 808 on it, and it's in. Now,
The
it wasn't
warehouse.
a red, yeah, it's in the warehouse. Now, it was a red container, but now it's blue. I think.
CRC.
Yeah, but it says on, you have to read the back of it. And
Right.
it says on the back all the things that you can do with it. And it's got knitting machine and sewing machine.
Right.
Yeah.
If it hasn't got knitting machine on it, don't buy
That's
it.
fine, it's already in my memory. Why have they got these
Oh,
steel galvanised plates?
Those are for, those are extras that people bought. I've got them at home too, but I've never ever used them. I know, if you've got your needles if you want to do something and you want to keep your needles all forward. I don't know why people
Oh,
use
okay.
them. I've never had to use them.
Okay.
Never ever.
As I say, there's so many bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And they're not necessarily all from this machine.
No.
Because it could have been
Well,
something mixed
that
up.
D is from a double double one of those.
Yeah, I
You
can
get
see that.
single
Yeah.
ones and double ones, and the double ones are totally different. Up here it has a piece come up and you put your 2 antennas up there.
Yeah,
I have those
which I
on my
won't
machine
be
all the
using.
time. Because you're doing feral or something, you need, oh well that one's alright, you've got 2 of those. Yeah, 2 on that. And that's the knit leader, and that all goes with that.
Yeah, this was a tape measure looking
Yeah,
things.
that's right, that's a knit leader. And if it's got a piece, yeah, that's right. See that?
It's got them in the middle.
Yeah.
And
That there, it's never been used by the looks of it. That there, you draw, you could take your jersey off,
yeah,
lay it on top of that, and just with a child's water-based felt, there should be one in there. Is there? No, there's not. They always disappear. Yeah, no, there's not one in there. With a child's water-based felt, you can actually draw on there what you want to knit. You do your tension swatch, which you know all about those because you have to always do those because every brand of wool is different. Yes, no, that's never been used. And that goes with. Now this was quite funny. When we first got these, this fancy ruler, it's a centimetre ruler.
Oh,
of course,
yeah.
we didn't have centimetres in New Zealand back in the 60s. And everybody, there's this special ruler, don't use it. Well, all it is a centimetre ruler, so that's never been used. That's never been used. But that came with the machine. It's part of when you buy this machine, you get that.
well, it came with this machine. that's
Yeah,
for sure.
no, it can't. But this model. It's,
Don't know what this fit's for.
that's got emasculating rings on the end of it. So if you're not a farmer and you need any more of them, a sheep farmer, that's what they put on there. On their little bits and pieces so that they don't become full males. And this is for waiting. Now, if your mum is going to do only one bed, she may use to do a mock rib.
Yes,
Yes, and you fold it up, don't you?
that's right.
And this sits in there to hold it down.
Because we've got plenty of these ones.
Yes, you should have 4 big ones and 2 little ones.
Yeah, we've got 4 and 3 by the look of
Yeah.
it.
That's
So
a wool
you've got a
winder.
wool.
Yeah.
And so that's what, and there are 2, yeah, there's the other size. There are 2 sizes of them, except this one hasn't got he's lost his rings because they've probably got perish like that is. But that's the other one. They come in a set of 2, and they were an extra that somebody made somewhere on the line and people bought them. There are so many extras.
Yeah.
But not really essential.
Well, yes. If you're doing a big garment, they are essential. Because
Okay.
you don't need, on brother machines, you don't need much weight.
And that's just enough? Is that
yes,
the idea?
it's just enough if you're doing a hem. Because you won't get them on, if you're using your big weights, you won't get them on spaced exactly properly, but certain between everything. And so therefore the bottom will be going like that. Where the weight is, it's pulling it down. Whereas with that,
It keeps it nice and
keeps it
level.
straight. Yeah. Right, so what else would you like to ask before we start?
It's very good of you to come.
It's okay.
I do appreciate it. And at least I was well enough to get out of bed,
That's good.
even
Yeah.
if I'm a bit
Oh, you
giddy.
got your books here.
Yes, there's a book.
They're
Yeah.
not necessarily all books.
That's the book you need more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an
I'm going to
891.
read the
Yeah.
others. As I say, all of a sudden I had an idea because I've been doing a lot of hand
That's a
knitting.
very good sock book if you knit socks.
Yeah, which I wouldn't be doing.
I hardly ever wear socks. I certainly don't want to be knitting them.
So basically, this is your main book.
Yep.
And this, if you follow this, if you can't remember next time when you're at the machine and you can't remember, you just follow this from the page wherever I first start to do it. Move the carriage slowly, yeah. That's basic operation, yeah. So now the book always tells you to cast on from that side. I cast on from this side, but when I
always
teach,
cast it
I
off
cast
on
on
the
from
left.
that side.
Okay.
It's just, the only difference is what buttons you use on here. That's the only thing. So you want to start from the side?
I always start
Good.
from the left
Good.
hand side.
Good people start from the left-hand side. Right, so do you want to put some wool in it and we'll see?
We should do.
Yeah.
Now we've also got...
Oh, that's for a colour changer. Those, oh no,
Yeah,
those
all
are the
the
extension
bits that we
arms.
No, we don't know what
need
these are for.
These go in
can
here.
go away.
When you're doing knitting from about here with just that many spare needles, you need, and it's a good, it's a reinforced one, which is the later ones were because of the G carriage. Now it goes in there
Ah.
and in there,
Yeah,
and then you can take your carriage all the way along there.
Okay. And the same for the other
And
side.
the same for the other end.
So if you're doing a wide garment.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And that just slips in.
And it just slides in and slides out.
Okay.
Slides out. Come on, slide out, matey. That's it.
So
yeah.
we don't want to lose those.
No.
Now these,
I think
They
she's
are
looking,
for a colour changer.
I think
we
she's
noticed the
looking,
different colours,
no,
and
they
we
won't
wondered if they
go
were
on
for
in
different.
there.
We
You
wondered
may
if they-
have a colour change.
Yeah.
She's looking forward to inheriting it, I think.
This is the colour changer that looks like a capital C.
Yes, that's what it's for. That there.
But we wondered if these were for a wrong machine because
No,
of the fact that
no,
the plastic was a different colour.
No, you should have another antenna thing. But what happens
Oh, we've got
is
many antennas.
here, this here goes in here.
Yep.
Or you have to push that down. So that goes into there. Right, undo the screw. That's it very tight, obviously. And it sits in there, and you screw it back up again. And you won't be using this as a colour changer.
No.
You might do stripes with it because when you do this, you have to use the rubber bed, and it comes out with no floats. You know, when you do ferrule and you have these.
Yes.
Well, this does no floats. You can do 2 colours or 4 colours.
Yeah,
That's-
I used
each
to
colour is one of these.
do,
you
do
just push
that
whichever
by
colour
hand,
you
you know,
want.
putting the other colours
Yeah.
in.
Come back to you. Thank you. Yeah, so that's what
Yes,
that
it's
is.
a far more advanced one than the original prior.
I'll give you that to put where you want. But there should be another antenna
Yep.
that's got like a T on the top of it.
I don't know about that. We've got these extra,
No, they're just ordinary ones. It's just an ordinary
and
antenna.
it seemed to be 2.5 of them or something.
Yeah. Yeah, well you see you
There's
can
one
put
was
one.
missing, but
You can put one of them down in that hole there. You know, I said there was another hole, an antenna can go in there.
oh, okay.
If you'd want to do more than 4, if you want to do 4 colours. But if you're using the colour changer, they have a special antenna.
no,
but
I
the
don't-
4 of them sit up the top there.
It
Oh,
won't
you
be
see the
anything
pains in the
advanced,
backside, they
just
get stuck on everything. So you see, you can set that up and have that. Just gonna pull it up. That's that doing there. It's got to come up there. No. They are horrible for getting mixed up in one another. And that comes, it's sitting on your machine, and this here comes up like such a way under there. Oh goodness me, you have got nothing.
certainly got a lot of pieces with it,
Oh yes.
which, as I say, you know, confused me.
Right, so that goes, oh come on, you've got to go all the way up. All the way up like that. And you see you could have one there if you're doing stripes, and one in here.
It's got a bend in the bottom.
Yeah, that's all right, somebody's bent it.
Okay.
And it just sits there like that.
Okay.
And you have your wool threaded on that one, and you wool threaded on that one.
Only got one thing here. I've only got
Yeah,
one.
no,
thing.
no, but that's for, I never use mine. You're meant to put that up there to give tension to wool, but I've never used mine.
I thought these are what gave the tension to
Yep,
the wall.
these are what gives attention to the wall. That's right. But they have some people like to thread that through it. If you look in
But this is for if you're doing 4 colours because you need this one and this one,
Yeah.
or this thing here.
no, you can't use that thing because you haven't got your main antenna. Because
Okay.
that thing they've got that would be there where that is, and you see you've got this here has got a piece of metal that's about that wide,
Okay.
and these are on the end of that, and they're orange. Because it's especially for the colour changer.
Okay. So anyway, the point is that this thing,
Just fold
you only
back
use
down.
it when you're using 4 of them.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
and it just folds down like that.
And so this thing we don't have a
Has it
use
set
for because it needs another component that's not
Yeah.
there.
Yes, that's
so
right.
we don't need that one. Good.
Yeah.
And that's why I got Mum an old pillowcase. I said to Mum, if we get a pillowcase,
And put everything in it.
and it stops all the stringy bits
And
going
that can
everywhere.
go down. That can go down. There's room taken up there.
And we didn't want to damage them and force them, so.
slightly down, and this one's down. When I
And
put
that's
that.
missing its stick, this stick,
Oh,
whatever,
yeah.
mast.
Well, I bought one in with me, so you can keep that one.
Thank you very much.
Well, these are spares anyway.
Yeah,
So,
there you are.
If
All
you
going
want.
together like that.
yeah.
I seem to have survived this bad attack, so if I'm still going in February, isn't it? You
Yes,
start up,
yes.
I'll come along.
Where is your meeting?
We're at the Kiwi Family Trust on St Asaph Street. Yes, St Asaph Street. Like I come in, when I come in from Rangiora, I come up Stanmore Road, go to the very end of Stanmore Road, turn left, first right, and there's an old shop there and it's painted green and it's still going, the old shoppers. And then I go and it's the first road on my right, turn right, and you go over one street. And you can't miss it because it's got you do a tiki tour beforehand because it's quite an unusual shaped building. It's got a piece that comes out over the road at the top of it, sort of not right over the road, but sort of if you're walking on the footpath and it was down at footpath level, you'd run into it. Yeah.
Has it got a street number?
Yes, it has, but don't ask me.
Don't
Actually,
ask
it'll be in the phone book.
Yeah.
It's the Kiwi Family Trust.
Kiwi
It's
Family
actually-
Trust.
Yes.
I'll write
Kiwi
that down
Family
now so I
Trust,
don't
yeah.
forget.
It's and we're going to go both our Saturdays. We do 4 Saturdays a year. March, May, August and November. We used to only do 3 and there was one stupid person, and I won't look at anybody in particular because I'll be looking at myself, that decided, well, why have we got such a great big gap between March and August? So we now have 4 a year.
Yeah.
And we have a day one, they're during the day. They're on a Saturday and they're during the day. And we used to be over at a church in Papanui there, but they put their fee up to $100 and there's only about 30 of us here. And we don't always get the room we're meant to have because they double book it, and then we're squashed up into a little room that's not much wider than this. Longer, but you know, as wide as this. So yeah, so we got out of there. I think we're paying $40 where we are now, exactly the same amount of hours.
Well, I appreciate you
That's
coming
okay.
anyway.
Right, now what else would you like? Would you like to thread it up and have
Is
a
it
go?
threaded up? Yep.
Yeah, we can
So-
thread it up.
I've got all here.
Don't leave these in here,
Yeah.
because what is going to happen with that is you're going to take the tension out of these.
Okay.
So you don't leave them down any, you leave them up. I know they're pain in the backside. Where am I going through there? They're a pain in the backside, but they have to be
This
springy.
is all the wool I've got left. at the
Okay, so
moment.
what colour would you like?
Anything. That red is the thin one. The others are thicker.
There's really needs to be 4 ply. Is that what this is?
It looks
Should
more
be,
like
I was
it
going
to
to
me,
say it looks
doesn't
better.
it?
Yeah, it looks all right. Although saying,
Because the others are all
Yeah.
double.
yeah, saying that you can actually
'Cause
use
they
that
only
and just
think-
go up. You go up to a higher tension. Right now, did you get a wool winder?
Yep.
Yes.
No, because this, well, I won't do it today because we just go slowly. This needs to be rewound onto a wool winder because this is going to roll around.
Yeah,
in
well,
the,
what I
whatever.
normally, what I used to do was put that in a bowl.
Yes, yeah,
On
but
the
it's
floor.
still, yeah, but it's still, if it's in a ball like that, it's still pulling on it every
Yes,
now and
it
again.
does, yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
And do you leave it sitting on the sink?
No, no. Well, you can. You can leave because this comes off. Come here. That's got to come off. That's it.
To turn one way or the other?
Yeah, it's got to go that way. That's very tight though.
Oh,
That's
oh
it.
it's coming.
That's coming. Yeah, that's very tight. Just got to get. Ah, gee whiz.
Do you want me to have a go?
No, I don't know why it's not coming off because it should come off. It needs a bit of something. Because I know it's a Toyota one, but they do come. They do come off. I think that they've got something else on there that shouldn't be on there because that should come off, and that comes off and you just sit it down, fasten it that way, loosen it this way. Ow.
Yeah, let me have a go.
I don't think it's going to come off. I think they've stuck it on purposely.
With glue?
Yeah, with something.
Oh, that's
No,
tight.
it's
I
not
can't
going to
do
come
that.
off.
It's
No,
not going to come.
no. So they've got that on permanently because
It may maybe
yeah.
it keep falling off and they glued it.
Yeah, yeah, because you can buy separate ones of those. So if you're doing a garment, you just do. Well, I usually take it off from there And if you wind it on there, it pays to take it out of the centre of the ball,
Yes.
because that way you're not going against the grain,
That's it.
so to speak. Because you can end up with like very faint stripes in your garment if you do it with one ball and not the next ball.
Ah,
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
Okay. But in the meantime, we'll just throw this in a bowl if you've got a box or something.
A bucket.
Get the metal bowl is what I
It's
use.
just got 2 ends on it though.
Oh, you and your bucket.
Clean bucket.
Oh, that's just a piece.
Oh,
Yeah,
just
Just a
God,
little
I'm not
piece. A big
surprised.
little piece. As long as the moths haven't been in it. Right, it goes in there, round here, and then pull this down and pop it in there. And there should be, there it is, and it sits there. Because if you let that go, that's going to go whoosh, and it's going to come unthreaded. Okay?
Like a little pig on there.
Okay.
Right, so now, I've got to stop and think how to do it without, I know, you've got one of these, I see. You've got a longer one of these, have you?
There's heaps of stuff.
Because I was going to say, there should be one as the length of the
lots of
machine.
There's some in here.
There's another steel thing in the way. Oh, of course, I've got stuff here that there was no room to put anywhere else.
That's what I want, that bottom one there. Wait a minute, I'll get it from here. And it's not the original one that came with the machine. And the reason why I can tell that is because the original one that came with these machines, you had to hold them. Whereas this here's got a clip on it. You've got it on the ends and you don't have to hold them.
Oh yeah, they've got little wire things in them.
Yeah. Yeah, right. So you put this on with the hookies facing you.
Hookies facing you.
The hook's facing you. It's actually quite a good one, actually. Sometimes they're pretty munted when you get second-hand ones. So I'm just going to move this all the way up here. Right.
See, that's completely different. I used to have to go along the road
Well, you're still going to go along the road.
and do that.
Yes, but I'm just doing this as a sample. Because you
Right.
don't really want to go along the road to do samples.
Oh, I see.
This is where the extension bar comes in quite handy. So you just got to hook it on there like that, and that hooks around
Oh,
there.
that hooks
And
in,
that one
yeah.
hooks
I
around
see
there,
that.
except I need to come down one more.
Oh, yes, up and down.
Here, that, and that, and that.
They're
And
a
you just have
marvellous
to-
invention.
That's it. And they sit there, and then you get your wool. And what I do is I hook it on there, because that's what it's there for. That hook. It's there for that, otherwise you lose it. Now, what tension are we on?
It needs
5
cleaning,
of-
but
Oh,
I-
yes, it does need cleaning. It'll be very
Yes, I
dusty.
will.
And the other thing I meant to bring with me, I don't know why I
I
didn't
will.
think of it. I was actually Mervyn wanted to go and get some, because he can't drive, I had to take him into Rangiora. And I wanted to leave home at 10:15. And I had to take him into Rangiora first, and of course it was after 10:15 when I got home, and I was not happy. But yeah, so you just pull up however many needles you want. Just pull them up like that.
Yeah.
Usually you do it in the centre, but yeah, some of us don't. And you go along here.
Yeah.
And that's hooked on. Now you need to go all the way along.
Till it goes click.
Yeah, and then no, you won't go click,
Oh.
just so because you've got to drop this down.
Oh, I see.
That's got hooked up around there.
Oh,
So drop that down.
there.
And
That's different.
You can put a weight on there. Now we have some. Yeah, I see one. Here we are.
I got those
Oh,
little
it's a
weights.
weight.
Yeah, one of these is what you need. And they are done purposely so that they sit in there.
Okay.
And then I usually get this in my hand.
Nice neat weights actually.
Hmm.
Mine used to be round.
Ah, yes. Just put a bit of tension on this with your hand. Ah, see, this is going to happen.
Now, did that break, or was it just because the
No.
ball
No,
was...
no, it's broken,
obviously-
look.
It's obviously
Deteriorated. This is what I tell people.
Yeah.
Wool, pure wool is only got is a living organism.
Genuine wool, but not acrylic.
Yeah, not acrylic, no.
Because acrylic's
No,
plastic.
acrylic won't, but no, pure wool
It's alive.
is alive, and so therefore it only lasts a certain thing and it starts deteriorating. Because I've got wool for Africa at the back, what I had in the shop,
this
and
is
I
old
won't let
wool.
anybody have it. If I'm using it, that's different because it's for the family or that. But
It breaks easily
it
because
breaks
it's old.
too easily. Yes, it's because it's getting thin in its old age. So it might just come all the time at that size. Like this piece, I don't know, because that looks like there's another. Is that another bit there? Oh no, it's just a loopy bit. We just have to wait and see. And I'm doing something that you're not meant to do. I'm going to let the knot go through, because you're never meant to have knots in the middle of a rose, are you? But some of us do. So now, all you're going to do now is, oh, that one hasn't knitted off. Tools.
It's all
Lots of tools
in
underneath.
the packet, in the
Oh,
little
that's what
box.
I want, yeah. One of these, I want a latch tool looking one. Oh, that will do, but a latch tool would be better.
But there's a range of goodness things.
I'll bring it up here. See what we've got. This isn't actually the box tool machine either.
Ah.
No, it's an early box.
Hmm.
But it's okay, at least you got some tools. Right. You might not have the most important
No
tool
oil.
though. So that's for closing your latches or opening your latches.
Oh.
We've done that
I
along.
haven't seen one of them.
Yes, and if you've got these up
Yeah.
and the needles, the latches are closed,
Oh.
just close them all.
Oh.
And you
That's
want to knit and you want the latches open. I'll just move it back to the beginning there. And you want to move the latches open. You just go like this. That end.
Oh, well,
We
I
made
never-
these came from the Christchurch Machine Knitting Club because we made them as a fundraiser for festival one year in the days gone by.
So, sorry,
But
what
you
was that
haven't got
thing? The special tool?
It's
you
for
made?
opening and shutting the needles when you're knitting.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! And you made them up.
Yeah, one of our dads, one of our husbands cut
It's
them
supposed to
out.
have that little bend in it.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, that doesn't matter. But you haven't got a latch tool, which is the same as a needle. You haven't got a latch tool. You definitely need one of those. One of those. That's for if you've got lots of knitting on and you have to move your weights up.
Okay.
A full bed, an adult garment, for instance. So, yeah, and that's not going to last very long, but never fear.
A latch tool.
Yeah, you need a latch tool, which looks exactly like a needle. You
Okay.
haven't got one by the looks of it. Let's use this in the meantime. I'm just going to pop that in there, because you really do need that close by when you're knitting. So these needles are quite rusty actually. I don't know whether how they will knit, because of the rust on them, it will grab.
Yeah.
It's going to grab, and even taking them off, taking them all out. No, you see, that's not even going to let me pull that through. Even with taking these all out and giving them a good scrub with goodness only knows what. No, they're not. Get off me. They're not going to work. So that one's gone down. So I don't know. Now it's just a matter of, this is back to front. Somebody's taken that off and put it on the wrong way round.
Aha. What's wrong with
This
that?
is back to front. Somebody's taken it off and
That's
put it
angle.
on the wrong way round.
You mean when the metal thing was put on?
No.
No.
Somebody has taken that actually. I see we've run out of wool. The wool's come off and broken again.
It's obviously the wool's gone.
It's you turn that right round to CR, which is carriage release.
Okay.
That is SM, which is single motive. If you want to do a jersey for a great grandchild and you want to put some ships across it,
Oh yeah.
instead of having threads running from each ship to the other, you use single motive. That's KC, which is just ordinary knit card or knit
Yeah.
card. So you have it on that whatever you're doing, and that's for lace, the
Oh,
normal
yes.
and lace.
Mm.
And it just sits there, and that's the main one that you use. But this handle is not meant to go that way, it is meant to go the other way, because that there doesn't fold down that way, it folds down that way.
So someone's had the
Somebody's
carriage
had the
apart.
carriage
at some
apart,
time,
yeah. Somebody's taken
and either
that off
accidentally or deliberately put it back together
Yeah,
for
well,
whatever reason.
the wrong way round. But that doesn't matter, you might like it this way, but it is the wrong way round. So,
Right.
Is it easy to change back?
yes it is, it's only those 2 screws that you have to take out, but there's a little bit of a spring under there, so you've just got to, it's the pressure you've got to put on it when you go to do it back up again.
Okay, I
Yeah.
could probably handle with that.
Yes, yes. I'm just going to put this back on again over this side, because this is where the wool is. And I'll
Now,
put it on it.
if Mum was to buy some wool for practice,
Yeah.
what would be the most forgiving wool? Acrylic, first of all, I
Yeah,
actually should
acrylic.
say yarn, but again,
Yeah,
yarn.
acrylic would probably be the best.
And what ply or whatever should she
Nothing,
get?
nothing thicker than a 4-ply.
So 4-ply is the best?
4-ply is the best to
So
learn on. Yeah,
just some
yeah.
4-ply acrylic.
4-ply acrylic, yeah. From even the warehouse,
Yeah.
because
just-
although they don't have 4-ply, they have one in the warehouse, and I've got well, I get bugged every year because I don't enter competitions. I've been national president for the New Zealand Machine Knitting Society, and I still don't enter competitions because I don't like entering competitions. I want to knit for something I need,
Yes.
not for, or somebody needs, not just knit for the sake of knitting. So anyway, I thought, oh well, okay, I'll shut them all up. And I did a farmyard scene with little hens, chickens, and
Oh,
everything. I had a rib of
gee.
a whole lot, and I got second place, and the person that beat me was another Canterbury one, and she got half a mark more than me.
Oh.
But then her sewing up would have been better than mine, because I sew up everything on the knitting machine, and you can sew it up on the sewing machine if you want to.
Yes, I've sewed all my life.
Yes, yes. So anyway, I can't be bothered. Well, if I do, so I'd use mattress stitch. So you're picking up one stitch there like that.
I must admit that nowadays I haven't had my sewing machine out for ages. I just do things by hand, don't
Yeah.
I?
Yeah, well, you got rid of your 2 big electric
Big
ones.
machines, yeah.
It's got a little,
I've got
not
a
quite a
simple-
child's
I know what
machine,
you
but
mean,
it's,
yes,
it's
yeah,
a little
yeah.
one. It's
Pink
good for little
fun.
jobs.
Yeah. So anyway, so I decided, and I've got a set of the McTaggish family. It's they're hand knitting books, and they're done by Jean Greenhouse, and she's a very, very clever lady. And I've knitted Great Uncle Angus, and he had trousers, trews. He had
Wow.
tartan trews. But a lady that I was doing some knitting for wanted me to knit one for, and I thought,
Wow.
I'm not knitting another one, I'll just use it. But she didn't want tartan trews, she wanted the kilt and the sporran. So I put
Yeah.
the kilt and the sporran on that.
Oh.
And there's a mum and dad and 2 kids. And there's a dog, and there's all sorts of things with it. So I've knitted all that, and it's all sitting in a bag,
Wow.
and that all come from the warehouse, because I just want a cheap wool, because it's only a toy when all's
Oh,
said and done.
clever
But it was
lady.
lovely. It was lovely wool. It went through the machine, considering it was a double knit. It went through the
Yeah.
machine not too bad. So
Well,
so
what's
it's
double
all-
knit? Is that more than 4-ply?
Yes.
Is that
yes,
8-ply?
That'd be 6-ply, 8-ply. Yeah, 8-ply. Yeah, 6-ply will go on here. It'll go. It depends. There is. It makes me a little bit cross because it says 3-ply, 4-ply, 2-ply, but none of them are that really, because every
Well,
manufacturer
even then
is a
you
little
don't know.
different. Yeah.
It could be
See,
the
this
ply,
is-
but you don't know how thick.
This is what I used to sell for machine knitting wool, and this is the thickness that I like, and it's called 110 bar 2. So the 110 means there's 110 meters in
A kilo of it or something?
no. Well, actually, 110 bar 2 was done as not as it was done.